Have you ever tried making a viral recipe just for it to flop? As someone who bakes for a living, I love trying new recipes. A few weeks back, I saw this trending recipe for 2-ingredient bread and it caught my attention and I thought, it does not use yeast, it does not use sourdough. So, intrigued, I decided to try. The recipe calls for self-rising flour and kefir, or kefir, or in Russian we call it kefir. So since I'm familiar with, I'll call it kefir. Since I'm familiar with kefir, I grew up, it's like liquid gold. So I know it's good for you and I make pancakes with it. So I was excited to try. I should have seen the red flag right at the beginning when the ingredients said, use equal parts of self-rising flour and kefir. That means that if I use a cup of flour, use a cup of kefir. To me, it sounded like a little bit too much liquid, but I'm like, okay, I'll trust the process. The next red flag should have been in the description of the recipe. The recipe said, when you mixed flour and kefir together, if it feels like the consistency is not good enough to form bread, keep on adding flour. Okay, so I did exactly what it was told to me in the instructions. I kept on adding flour and more flour and more flour until I said, okay, maybe we should stop at some point. The dough was hard to work with, but I thought, okay, maybe once it bakes, it's going to be this beautiful, light, fluffy sandwich bread. Listen, friend, I had high hopes for this bread because I even took frozen barbecue that we cooked a few weeks back from the freezer. It was on thawing and I was ready to eat with this bread. The recipe also didn't go on much details as to how to shape this bread. So I figured, okay, since we're eating barbecue, it's only logical for me to kind of make it as like little rolls. And again, I was at this point planning to make this recipe like my family heirloom, a recipe I will be passing down as a secret ingredient recipe from one generation to another. Listen, friend, at this point, this mama was hungry. I just spent 20 minutes mixing this dough, adding more and more flour. Then I spent another 20 minutes trying to figure out how to shape this dough that's trying to run away from me. And finally, it was time to put it in the oven. After 20 minutes of baking, the bread was finally ready. But my heart was not ready for the disappointment that I was about to see. After one glance at my rolls or buns or whatever this thing was, I felt like I earned an honorable badge of failed recipes of the internet. Please tell me in the comments I'm not the only one who has ever earned this badge of honor. If you have failed a recipe, please let me know in comments what recipe you have tried and failed. I thought, you know what? It may look bad, but it will probably taste amazing. At this point, my friend, I just said, you know what? Forget about the barbecue. Let's add homemade strawberry jam. Everything with sugar tastes better. It can't be too bad. My best friend from college always tells me she can look at my facial expressions and see before my words even come out if the recipe is going to be good or bad. I wanted so bad for this recipe to taste so good, but instead it tasted sour, dense, bready, no flavor, and I just couldn't stand the thought of taking another bite. Now, if you know me, I am a frugal mama. I do not like wasting food. I couldn't think of anything I could make with this unfortunate bread, so I decided to just let the chickens have it. Pretty sure all the chickens were excited about it at first, just like I was trying this recipe. But after trying just one bite, we can all agree that this bread ain't good. So, friend, unless you want to earn a failed recipe of the internet badge, let me teach you how to make the most delicious bakery-style bread in the comfort of your home. And let me tell you, this recipe is foolproof. If you enjoyed this video, check out my channel for more no-failed recipes, and don't forget to like and subscribe.